It wasn't the equaliser in the end. What did you guys make of this decision?
I hated it. Every single second of it. I understand the rules of the game when it comes to obstruction of view against the goalkeeper and obviously to an offside. But, Frank was talking about it before we started taping, and I totally agree. First of all, it was a deflected shot. Second of all, it wasn't intentional. The player was moving away from the keeper, and, there was nothing in its way that would suggest an obstruction of goal. It's terrible. It's not a blame on the ref. I want to make that very clear. He was just following the protocol. I just don't like it because in these situations, you really need a lot of context. I didn't like it. Should have been a goal for Ecuador.
Yeah, so just to lay it out then, he didn't touch the ball, but as Luis mentioned, he was deemed to have acted in the passage of play, that being basically blocking the goalkeeper's view, which would be harsh anyway. And you agree with that too, Frank?
I do, because when you see the action, you see the goalkeeper diving even before the players get the ball, because he tries to anticipate, which is absolutely normal. And you can see the little space there is between a defender from the Netherlands and the guy who supposedly interfered into the action. And for me, it was a clear goal. He didn't touch the ball. He didn't interfere. He didn't blind the goalkeeper. So I have to say again, as Luis, I don't blame the referee. I blame the people in the VAR, and they have to stop napping. Really, I guess it's hot in Qatar, and I guess they need a nap. But please, can you do so outside of the game? Because we are fed up to see those kind of things that for us seems to be obvious. There, come on, you give it. Well, I'm happy that Ecuador drew, but it would have been so unfair.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Kay Murray, that's World Cup winner Frank Leboeuf telling you that. Okay, so
simply World Cup winner, who, by the way, also knows what it's like to play in Qatar because he used to play there himself. So that just adds a little bit more.
It was really for football. It was really for football that I went to play for Qatar.
Of course. What else would it have been from such a wonderful World Cup winner? What else?
Exactly.
What else would have made you want to go and play in Qatar at the end of your career? So listen. The table as it stands then has got the Netherlands and Ecuador both on 4 points, Senegal on 3, and Qatar on no points as it stands right now. So obviously it's going to come down to the final day in this group. Enner Valencia got the equaliser in this game. Then he got stretchered off. Hope that's okay, because we've already seen some big injuries in this World Cup so far, Luis.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously there's many conversations and predictions, and we've talked about it on the show about why that might be. Perhaps the mid-season World Cup doesn't help. Perhaps it does. Time of day of practice, the weather. I don't know. All I know is that Enner Valencia going down. I hope that it's just like a forceful cramp and nothing more. But he was teary-eyed. He had to be stretched off, and that's an issue. And he's already scored 3 goals at this World Cup. You want to see more of that happening. I hope that he's okay. But, just going back to what you said, Kay, this group is very interesting. And, I predicted Senegal to come out of it before Sadio Mane's injury. Obviously, we've said that Senegal is way more than just Sadio Mane, but Sadio Mane gives them so much more. They got a good win against a very poor Qatar. And I want people to know this. Qatar are poor, yes, but they're really bad in this World Cup. They're better than this. I know that they're bad, but they're much better than this, at least in what I've seen before the tournament. But yes, they are deserved 4th place in this group. So now, I don't know. I need to see. I want to be wrong, Kay. I want Ecuador to get out of this group because they deserve it.
Oh, yeah, 3-1 it finished, obviously, Senegal against Qatar earlier today. And now Senegal, it's pretty much in the hands of those who have at least got points on the board as to who progresses next in this group. And we'll see how it goes. But Frank, given that we've got you, and given that, just in case anybody doesn't know, you won the World Cup with France.
Is that right?
Yes.
Nobody told me. I'm sorry.
I think it was in the 90s at some point. Anyway, Frank won the World Cup. France, that Frank won the World Cup with, are in action against Denmark tomorrow. What should we be looking out for, World Cup winner Frank?
Yeah, you are test. Thank you very much. Well, the thing is, on my prediction, I put that Denmark could win the World Cup and will win the World Cup and play the final against Brazil. Some people will say that overrating, Denmark. I want to see if they are capable of doing what they used to do. What they did last year, beating France twice on the qualification, away from home and at home, which allowed me to think that Denmark could win the World Cup because they beat twice the World Cup holder. So that's just fair for me. Now, having seen Denmark playing and not playing well the first game, comparing to France, who found a good rhythm after being one down in their first game, I will go for a draw because I want to stick to my prediction. But deeply in my mind, I think that France can win that game and already be qualified, for the next round. So as a French guy, I would say France. But as a pundit, I have to say, because I have to stick to my predictions, I have to say a draw.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.